Hey, what's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast live in lovely Lexington, Kentucky at Kain 2024, the workshop where clients and friends get together and brew solutions here in the Bluegrass. Loving it, and we're doing it one more time today, everybody, with the one, the only, Eric DeMont. Woo! From
What's going on, my friend?
got that up north DeMont, huh?
Up north, it's Canadian A.
Oh, Canadian A.
Yeah,
That's
right.
how we started off
That's
today.
right. Yep.
It was from Canada. It was an incredible interbrew that we had there. And what is it that brought you over the borders to this event?
You know, we've been looking at Urban Science. We've been looking to participate in situations and events like this for quite a while, and we're really happy now to be with our clients, with our dealers in these situations, and being able to talk about our great solutions and how we're helping drive sales.
And that's exactly what's happening right here, everybody. People are coming from all over the place, but there's a lot that brews inside of the U.S. and inside of these incredible states that we have. But you found yourself in the beautiful Bluegrass with incredible people. But here at the Kain event, what is it that connected you to David and to the whole Kain actual culture? Because this is kind of a culture that's brewed in the industry that we're loving.
You know what strikes me is that you come to events like this and it's like seeing old friends.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, is walking around the halls, everyone knows each other. They're all saying hello. I saw you at the last event. What's new? What's going on? How can we work together? How do we advance the industry? And it seems like it's a cadre of folks that are getting together to figure out how to be better, how to improve, and how to sell more cars.
He said cadre.
Man, you
you
guys I might just sit over here because this vocabulary is about to get crazy and I don't even know how to spell half these words. But what I can tell you is that you're 100% right.
Yes.
This feeling that you get,
That's
it's
awesome.
literally clients and friends. Everybody
Yes.
knows each other. This is a well-built group of people that come together. And I honestly believe David has hand-selected all these people. That's what's so crazy. David is an advocate of people who are doing the right things and growing and trying to help this industry get better, whether it's digital, whether it's old school, whatever it is. He wants to make sure that the dealers, that the vendors partner up together and they understand that it's not a business to business. It's partnerships that make the difference, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. I mean, clients and friends. I love the name.
I mean, if we're looking for a big word, maybe it's curated. I think he's curated that list,
Yes,
and
yes,
the folks that are attending.
Yeah.
And he's found folks in each, kind of functional area that can participate and bring something additive to the conversation.
And that's, again, that is perfectly what it is that he does do, because curating an event like this is huge, from the excursions that you have to where it is that you eat to where the vendors are placed to where you can have a little bit of quiet time, because we all have businesses to run, right? You still have to be able to find some time to be able to go over here, make a couple important phone calls. You know what it's like going to a conference. Those of you that travel around and do that, you want to have a place to jump over and do business while you're trying to find a way to work on your business. But and when I said cadre, because did you say that with a different accent, like cadre, like CADRE?
Boy, you know what? I could say it. I can't spell it. So I'm not actually
because when I think of cadre, I think of military. So a military cadre of people that are brought together to be able to bring that instruction. If we're talking about in the same context, that's exactly what this looks like. Yeah. Because there are these different regiments in the industry that help make this army of people that serve the driving people of our nation, of the world, all over the place. And all of these people that are experts in their field, they do get plucked and picked and sifted to a point where you come in here, it's like it just smells different. It just feels different. This conversation feels more real. Even for those that haven't been here for multiple events. For people that this is their first one, all of a sudden we're having conversations like we knew each other forever.
So true.
Well, and he's cultivating an environment where you can have ideas, you can express ideas, and you have opinions, and you can have someone to bounce different thoughts against and get their perspective.
I love that.
And being able to tap experts from, it's not just the Army, it's the Air Force and the Marines and the Navy and the Coast Guard, and they're all here and they're helping us understand how we can get better.
I love
So
that.
true.
Now, speaking of ideas, man. So what are you here doing? What's your idea? What are you guys bringing to the market right now? What's so special over at Urban Science?
Yeah, so Urban Science, among other things, is the steward of the Data Hub. And the Data Hub is a collection of all the new and CPO vehicle sales that happen in this country, in the U.S., and we collected near real time. So about 24 hours after a car is sold, it goes through the DMS, of course, goes to the OEM, comes down to us, and we have it ready for analysis purposes by 11 a.m. Pacific time the next day. Wow. And so that data set is very, very powerful in helping our clients and our OEM clients, our publishing clients, our dealer clients understand what's happening in the marketplace, not only on what's selling, but what's defecting. And so our latest idea and a solution that we've been in market for about a year takes all of the leads from a dealer CRM. We ingest those in near real time as well. And then we bounce that up against the data hub, which has all the sales from across the industry. And then we give that data back to dealers, letting them know which of their leads have already left the marketplace.
Whoa. And that is
fast.
Ridiculously fast. Just
that.
like you want a website to be ridiculously reactive to setting up the stage for your customer to get the information that they want as quick as possible, you have to have that feedback quick about what's going on with the customer. No different than you sales managers out there that want to know where your customer is. The second you see your salesperson and you don't see that customer anymore, what's the first question you're going to ask? Where's your customer? Hey, what are you doing? Where's your customer at? Right? It's the same thing, but inside of the digital world, you got to know where did that person just go to? They're hopping around, and especially because they usually embark on their journey via the web, they are jumping at lightning speed to different places. And especially with a fast website, again, it's one thing, but for you to know, wait a minute, they already bounced, they already jumped, they're already out.
Right. Well, think about the GSM and goes, what happened to that customer? What's the typical response? That was a bad lead.
Oh,
They weren't going to buy. They were just tire kicking.
It was kicking rocks. Yeah.
So we measure all this. 18.5% of all leads defected in over a 90-day window last month.
Okay.
18.5%.
Wow.
So imagine how you're a salesperson. Wow. You're spinning your wheels. You're making entries in your CRM. Called and left a message. And you're doing that day after day, maybe hour after hour. No response. How many hours did you waste? Collectively at a dealership, what we've seen is that dealers are wasting their sales teams are wasting about 80 hours a month calling those leads who are not in marketing any longer.
If they're even going after them, that's the thing. If they're even pursuing and following up and doing what they're supposed to do.
And you know why they don't though, Lou? Because they're calling leads that are out of the market. So to his point, and I love what you're talking about. Yes, because true that. Me and Lou, we go all over this country. We see these dealers, and we're blessings that we're able to help see the light there at a lot of these stores and make sure that they get to those customers out there that are in their database, those leads that they're paying tons of money for, but to have even cleaner leads, to really know that, hey, this person just actually bought yesterday. This person bought 2 days ago. This person bought last night. If you can get it that fast and know that, hey, this lead can be pulled out, it doesn't mean you stop calling them. Now you can market service. You can now market tires. You can market all these different things, but do the right marketing the way the customer wants it. They already bought a car. They're going to throw that right out the window. They're going to get that email and not even look at it. They're going to delete it. They might even call it spam. So you have to make sure you market correctly. And by doing that, that's dope. Just so you know, I think that's amazing that you can get that data cleaned up that quick. Say, whoop, now let's redirect our marketing and let's focus on the ones that are in market.
So you're talking about the consumer experience. We're not going to spam them anymore with new vehicle messaging. But it's also the sales experience. And you kind of touched on that is now imagining the salesperson and you have more energy. You have more confidence in the leads. You now have the Glengarry leads.
Right.
They're still in market and are ready to buy.
And you have an understanding because when you're looking, when you're looking at leads in general and you're looking at the flow of the customer and how we communicate with them, you want to know what is the status with them, what is going on with them, whether you're reading the notes or anything like that.
That's right.
But when actually being able to see in there fast, I mean, it's gut wrenching. We all know how gut wrenching it is to hear from the customer, I already bought, right? We know, oh my gosh, take the dagger out. I don't even want to hear that, right? But we don't make the follow-up calls in general to even find out when that happened, right? And then to be able to take technology to then say, no, we know what's going on. We know where they've been. This should make you better reactive with what it is that you actually have in front of you. We say the word responsibility, right? And making sure that we are taking care of the things that we're responsible for, but really breaking down the word in your response ability, your ability to respond to the customers that are trying to get information in real time. And you are caught up calling 50 people that already bought a car. That's right. And you don't even know it.
Well, and you talk about responsibility. So it's the responsibility of the sales leader to be able to have a conversation with the salesperson and help them improve their performance.
Yes.
So if you don't know where you're losing,
Yes.
you're only training on the things that you've won. So you might have someone with a great close rate, or maybe they sold 15 cars, 20 cars last month. Did you know they lost 25?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's more instructional? Maybe it's the losses. What happened on those 25? Are we always losing a certain model because we don't understand?
And we're losing it to this dealer, to this every
Or from this
time we
stores,
get beat
you know
here?
what? That person can't close internet leads to save them, but on a showroom lead, they're money.
Right.
So either you're training, or maybe we've had some dealers actually reassign people to different
Bingo.
types of leads based upon what they're good at or not good at.
I'm
That's
a big
good.
advocate
That's
of
good.
that. I think that everybody should learn a little bit of all these skills so they can be well-rounded, understand, have empathy for each other. Because, if you don't know what a person who does a lot of phone calls does, and you're a person who does lots,
Right.
you don't understand
Right.
how much work that really is. Oh, they're just
Right.
calling people. No, it's work. And it takes a lot of,
That's
like you
right.
said, going through these dials and a lot of times hearing, oh, I already bought.
That's right.
Hey, you know what? Hey, take me
That's
off
right.
your list. And then, or F you and hang up,
Right.
people deal with that. So they don't really realize that, but to have them to learn at least. But to your point, I love it. You should always put people where their strengths are, because then they really are encouraged to grow and they're excited because they're confident, right? They're like, hey man, I can do this. This is something I know how to do. That doesn't mean they have to do everything. I love that people are not perfect. None of us are. I'm not, you're not, none of us will ever be. There's not a person on this planet. Biggest room in the world is
The room for improvement.
that's right. And so long as we understand that we all fit inside that room, we're
Right.
going to be okay. And
Right.
that's why having these types of opportunities, cleaning
Right.
that up, getting better, putting people where they're strong, but you have to show them empathy so they can have, because too much times in dealerships, we silo people and you get inside there and no one understands what each other are really doing and why everybody's important for this mission. Everybody's important. This is why we're able to do what we do. Not just you. The sales staff's important, yes, but so is the office staff. So is the service department. So is the BDC, right? And so is vendor partners. And having a great company like Urban Science out there helping you be able to reach out to your clients that actually want to buy cars, or redirect your marketing to where they can, market to the way that they want to do what they need now, like
So-
service.
As you were talking about that, it made me think of Moneyball. So you're looking at your sales
Yes.
team and you
Got
figure
to.
out where
Yes.
to put them in the best
Mhm.
position to win by knowing where they win and where
Yes.
they lose, if they need training, and then maybe adjust your lineup so that you have the best chance of winning. The other thing that's really interesting here, the room to improve, not only for humans, but for the machines too.
Oh,
Yes.
So now think about this. We have this whole conference. We've been talking about AI. What does
Mhm.
AI need? AI needs data. Right now, we're training the data. We're training the machines on where we win.
Mm-hmm.
What if you could also train it on where you're losing? Think
Right.
about that's a whole nother key metric that we haven't yet exposed to the machines
It's very
that would
true.
make them
So
that
true.
much better. So they have room to improve too.
And what I feel like the machines are going to do for us is help us tell us that, because that's the hardest thing that we have to look at, is where our deficiencies are. That is still
Right.
human nature. We have a hard time looking at where it is that we're flawed
So true.
and enjoying the looking at that part. Sometimes you have to embrace it to
Got
give
to
it the
embrace it.
attention,
That's right.
and to make the adjustment. We, by nature, kind of evade or avoid those, just like a tough conversation, right? We try to
That's right.
get away from those as much as possible. Our brains are
Right.
neurologically designed
Right.
to make sure that we're doing a task with as little energy from our body as possible, right? And the easier that our brain can make that connection, the less energy we have to spend to come up with the thought or to do the thing. But here, using AI, as we get to tell it what we need to do, we have to then learn, oh, this is how we augment ourselves,
Right.
augment our abilities to do something great for a customer and for our own time. Because for crying out loud, what AI I feel like does for us, and the currency that it's giving us, is time. Because we can hire many people to do similar tasks that AI is doing, just spread out over a whole lot more time. Now we get to crunch that down,
Right.
save that time, and not now have nothing to do. Now be more efficient with what we do great in that time.
I mean, you guys were listening to the conversations today, and conversational AI, right? So how do you use AI to free up time,
Mhm.
engage the customer, not working dead leads, and then introspectively thinking about where you lost? Boy, oh boy, now you're at the, what is it, self-enlightenment and self-fulfillment, where you can say, I have all these things working against me, or working in my favor,
Yeah.
for me to deliver as many cars as possible.
And that's exactly why you want to come to one of these events, people. You want to be able to find your way around car guys and car gals. And just fixed it a little bit ago so that everybody can see it out there in the public. But you got to help us out too. Tag a car guy
and tag a car gal
and share.
Get
There's some
there.
great information. You're hearing it right here, folks. So much is great here. So much is great right here on the podcast. And brother, it's incredible, Eric, what it is that you're bringing to the conversation here. And we appreciate the time that you are spending with us. How do people get a hold of you and find out more about what it is that you're brewing for the industry?
Love it.
urbanscience.com/sales alert.
Boom. Too easy.
Too easy,
everybody.
So make sure you guys check that out. Go to the website and get set up. I'm telling you, it doesn't cost anything to learn about it. But what it can cost you is everything if you don't.
What?
Get on it.
Better find out. You better find out, everybody. And next time there is the opportunity for you to be here in lovely Lexington enjoying this event, make sure that you find your way out here. Get yourself registered. Grab a couple of pals. Grab a couple of friends to come out here and actually find out why this event has people crossing borders to get to, everybody. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Fred Lennart, subprime hero.
And you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with the one,
the only,
Eric DeMont. And we're going to forgive, focus, and fly out of here so that we can keep growing all the time. So hands on the shoulders, real quick. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Forgive,
focus. Get right here with the focus. Fly.
And keep growing, buddy. Let's go.
Keep growing, everybody.
Good job,
keep brewing solutions. Thank you so much for tuning in with us at Kain 2024 in lovely Lexington, Kentucky. This workshop is something you need to be at the next time and keep finding out what has been brewing. Talk to the people that have been here and share this podcast around, everybody. Get it out there. We will see you soon. We're out. Peace.